Oh, we're out here this evening trying to get a little bit more done before it gets dark. This is the cutoff frame section from my 84 359 that is over there. Excuse the mess. One of the reasons for me doing this is the amount of rust damage that's on this frame. Here, let me take you off here and I'll show you. Excuse the shakiness. So, this truck came from Minnesota, where it's lived 90% of its life. And of course, you know, salt, rust, everything else. So this is the good side of the frame rail. I'll get you in close. You can see it's cracked here. It's Swiss cheese here. Like I said, this is the good side. This is obviously where the fifth wheel mounted. Up until I took this truck off the road in January to do this, I was pulling heavy containers, 70, 80,000 pound cans. And on this side, broke off. These are all the mounting bolts for the fifth wheel. Broke off. There were 3 on this side that were holding it. That's it. 3. And a lot of rust. Oh, 4. Excuse me. There was one at the front. Now this side, as I'm sure you can see already, is a whole lot worse. But it had more bolts holding it on. And I can stick, you know, I can stick my entire hand through here, or fingers anyway. So the frame wasn't savable, and honestly, it's by the grace of God or guardian angels or maybe the devil, I don't know. That fifth wheel didn't rip off and I didn't kill somebody. So, being a 1984, it's stud pilot. Now, that means that the studs on the rims are what center it. They're sort of like what's on your car. They're conical shaped. You can see, get you in here a little bit. You can kind of see that that's cone shaped. Here, maybe this will do it a little better. This is one of the lug nuts. You can see, come on, turn back on, there we go. You can see that it's, if it'll focus, you can see that it's cone shaped. Stud pilot means this, the stud, the nut, is what centers the rim and the tire on the axle. This style also uses 2 of them. This is an inner one. As you can see, the inner piece, the inner one here goes against the rim, tire and rim goes on, and then this goes on, and then this goes on here like this, and this would sandwich the second rim in between them. The new frame, if I spin around over here, don't make you all sick, is hub pilot, meaning, here, I'll walk over here. Again, excuse the mess, I'm sorry. Meaning, the hub, which is what this is, does the centering. It has little pads here. Little pads here that the rim slides up against. And the lug nuts are flat. There's no cone or anything. There's a washer that's mounted onto it, and all it does is hold it. There's a rim over here, a new one. There's no cone shape in this. It's just a straight through punch. It's flat on both sides. They're swappable between, you know, inner and outer. All the trucks today pretty much use those. They're easier to get. They're easier to work on. You don't have to explain to somebody right and left hand threads, which you do with these, because this is right hand thread, that side's left hand thread, so that side's backwards. Yeah, the driver's side's backwards. The ratio in these rear ends was really too tall for me. 70 miles an hour at highway speed was all I could get out of that truck. And I don't like turning a motor that fast. So I ran across a really good deal on a cutoff, thanks to Brian at Four States. Thank you, Brian. So yeah, I've spent my free time when I'm home working on this, getting this done, and I'm doing a lot of other things to it as well. Supposed to paint it, and that went to shit. Putting a roof cap on, which again went to shit. Somebody I'd paid to do it didn't. Anyway, enough of me rambling. I have watched people struggle with getting these off. I do not have a big air compressor here at the house. All I have is a little cheap one. It's like 5 horse, or not even that, 30 gallon maybe. It's pretty small. It's, you know, it's okay for intermittent stuff. It'll run small impacts, but it won't run a 3/4 drive or a 1-inch drive, which is really what you need for doing this kind of stuff. I watched Twin Sticks struggle with his electric impact, and then he bought a Nut Buddy, a torque amplifier. It's still so much work. So for 230 bucks, I bought this at Home Depot. It's a 3/4 inch drive. Impact. Uses all the M18 batteries. That's one of the smaller ones. I've got bigger ones. Yeah, as you'll see, it's so much faster. So let me get this up in the air and y'all can watch me struggle. Hopefully not too bad getting these off. You can see it's been sitting here a while. The grass has grown up around it. That's the trouble with being gone for a month. The grass gets just absolutely crazy. So let me get you back mounted, and I'll bring you back once I get it up in there. Hey, we're getting a little dark out here. Let's see if we can get this done before it gets too dark and y'all can't see. We take our 1.5 inch socket. If I can get it on the impact, it is new, so it's tight. And we are up in the air. 1984 had parking brakes on one axle. That one. Nope. I'm gonna put those there because I'm gonna be lazy and rotate. I'll be comfortable. Let's put you over here. Bring you up a little bit so you can see. We stick the right end in, get it underneath the tire. I'm probably gonna have 50,000 people telling me how I'm doing this wrong, and that's okay. I do not change tires for a living, nor do I want to. Not want you. And we're free. Hey, we can see. All right, so when I bought the cutoff, it had 4 tires on it just so we could roll it. The tires that were on my truck are, like I said, maybe 60,000 miles on them, and they are virgins, meaning they're brand new tires. They've never been recapped. None of them have ever had a repair done to them. They're in great shape. To buy those, they're about $600 a piece, plus mounting, disposal fees, you know, anything they can get out of you. So I'm going from stud pilot to hub pilot, I gotta buy new rims. So I'm having to move my tires over from the stud pilot rims to hub pilot rims. Honestly, I probably should have just paid somebody to come out and do it, because I hate tires. I can do it. I'm not fast at it. I'm not good at it, as you can see, but I can get it done. So, I'm going to mount these tires facing out in a wider position, so if for some reason I need a part off of this, I can get into it easier. I don't imagine what's left on here I'm going to need, but you never know. So because this is a 2-piece style and I want to use the outer, I want to mount it in the outer position, I'm going to have to put the inner lug nuts on and tighten them down against the drum, and then I'll put the rim on, and then I'll put the outer lug nuts. So let's see here. Got 1, I got 2, and I'm only going to use 2. Again, this isn't going to see down the highway. It's just me moved around here. And see, when I had these apart last time, Annie seized them. I'll put some cat piss on them anyway. I'm going to do 1 there and 1 there. Always start these by hand. Start everything by hand. Don't start it with an impact. It's how you cross-thread stuff, make your life miserable. And you're on YouTube whining and complaining about how life hates you. There's plenty of people that do it, you know it. I'm not going very tight on these. Now we change back over to the other socket. Get it in there. And we take our cat pee. And yes, it really does smell like cat urine. And we spray these 2 again. Come on, you. Now there's a lot of scaly rust on this. Okay. Now we take our junk tire. Atta girl. And we're on the studs. Ooh. Find one directly across. It's probably not the ones that I sprayed. I don't care. There we go. Now I can let the jack down and move over to the other side.